wondering why I've got that. Well, I have never done a wedding gown. As you know in my previous videos, I have done prom dresses and bags and quilts and stuff like that. But I have never actually done a wedding gown, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to get frustrated at some point. As I mentioned in my very last video, I'm starting mocking up of the wedding gown. The wedding gown actually is not just for any bride, it's for my granddaughter, and she wants me to make it, so I'm hoping that she will love it as much as the sweat that I put into it is going to be. So I'm just going to start off today with just giving you a little bit more insight on what material we're using. For the interlining, I am using a buckram. It is a bit stiffer than your regular interfacing. It is not a fusible, it is a sew-in. And the reason I'm doing that is because I want to make sure that all of the structure in the bodice of the wedding gown is actually contained within the buckram itself, so that it can be added to the outer layer and of course the lining as well. Anyway, so that's the inside for the buckram. We will be using Rigolene boning, and that's mainly because of the fact that it is easy to put in and it's easy to sew over. I was debating on whether to use steel boning or plastic boning, but I am going to try it with the Rigolene, and if I'm happy with it, then that's the way we're going to go for the dress. Also, as I mentioned the other day, the skirt portion is going to be made out of this beautiful, beautiful English netting. It is gorgeous. I'll just bring it up a little closer, bear with me. So this is just absolutely stunning. I just love it, and it's a lot easier to deal with than tulle. Tulle is my nemesis, so you know, there's that. Then of course, as I mentioned as well, we've got some beautiful lace appliques that she's chosen, and I'll bring it up a little closer. She wants to put some sparkles on it, so I've done a few. It's in a bag. Oh, maybe I'll just take it out quick. Hold on a second here. Bear with me. So this is kind of, you know, the type of thing. Just every now and then, not like all over the place. Okay. It's a beautiful, I'm actually going to see if I can find a file, an embroidery file, so that I can do some more. This is for the outside. So this is a matte satin. It's a heavy matte satin, and it's going to be beautiful. Matches perfectly with the lace. She said she wanted white, a white wedding gown. Unfortunately, the lace she picked is not white. And then of course I'm going to do an ivory lining. So it's much thinner, but it'll be soft on the skin, and that's why I've decided to use that. And then of course there's my nemesis, the tulle, and that will be for the veil that I haven't decided whether I'm going to make first or after. It depends how soon I can get my granddaughters fitted to this. So when I mentioned it the other day, this mock-up, this is actually canvas. I didn't have any muslin, so I wanted something nice and stiff, and I had some of this from my bag making on hand, so I thought, well, what the heck, I'm going to use that. The only thing I have to do on this is cut it a little bit shorter, because she's smaller lengthwise at the bodice, and then take it to her and fit it to her body. So once I've got that, then I can take it apart and cut out the appropriate pieces for the fabric for the gown. And I'm pretty sure my next segment, you'll see me doing some of this. not here because I live in an RV, as you can see, and there's very little room, and I don't have any more extension cords, so I have to use this by my kitchen counter. And so I'll do a little bit of a videoing of putting some of those things on, and we'll see what happens after that. I'm also in the middle of getting, as I mentioned just very, very briefly a second ago, an embroidery file so that I can actually embroider some of this horrendous tulle. I'm also going to put a set of angel wings by the heart in the lining so that all those that cannot be at her wedding in the future will always be with her in spirit. So anyways, that's about all my video today. I just wanted to show you some of the material a little bit more up close than the last video did. And all through the series, I mean, there's going to be quite a few different videos, and they'll be short because I don't want to bore you guys. The Baby Log Vesta is the machine that I did a 3-month review on a little while ago. I'm still very impressed with it. We'll see how well it does with the wedding gown. I'm hoping, because it has a larger throat than the Brother machine that I did before. And actually, for all those who watched that particular video, I gave that one to my granddaughter as well. It's perfect for just the beginners. And yeah, so other than that, I hope you come with me. Cheers, because I can guarantee you I'm gonna need it.